start and stop. Into the hand. If you're hitting base, you always want to take that tip, support the whole blade, and just push it into your hand. This really helps you just absorb that shock so you don't get a mid-break. The more pressure you can have on the stone without death gripping it will give you a little bit better flake. So even as we look at this right here, I got a ridge. I'm going to try and abrade this and give it a pop with my Hammerstone, but this is one of those areas where I'm likely to break it. Fortunately, I have the mass down here. Should terminate right after that high spot. Tip into my palm, fingers are all kind of supporting it like this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to kiss with my stone. I'm just kissing the edge and coming down, slight angle into my palm. And that just removes it. I can't tell you how important supporting a strike is, especially when you're trying to come from a base or a tip. Coming from the sides, you got more stone, you got more mass. But with enough support, you can remove those flakes. To be honest with you, it's really easy to even flute in that same way. Into the palm, support it with the fingers, one clean strike. A lot of knappers will get those mid breaks. They'll break their blades, they'll break their progress because they're holding it like this. And they wonder why it snaps. If you just support it, taking that whole blade into your palm, wrapping your fingers around, and making sure there's constant contact, the energy from my strike is gonna have a place to end. And you gotta have a place where that energy can travel into, and that's your hand. As I strike, shockwave travels, and it finishes off of my hand. If there wasn't anything there, it's gonna rebound off my tip, travel back, and give myself that break. One more little platform, give it another little strike. Good abrasion. Taking the whole blade, wrapping it into my hand. I'm supporting right underneath. And let's go. Right there, another flake. A little bit shallow, but that's where it went. Let's go right here. This time I'm supporting again, and I'm putting that blade right into my hand. Another strike. Oh, that was a big flake, almost too much. Just like that, each and every single time. Hammerstones are really great, especially flat hammerstones that have some abrasion. They are dynamite for thinning out pieces. A little bit of maintenance. Another good flake right off that tail end. Need to get one right here. You might be able to pressure flake that. Even as I'm working on this, you can see my symmetry is off. A little bit more rounded here, a little bit steeper over here. I'll fix that in kind of my final phases, my final stages. And yeah, that's where I want to pressure flake. Let's go to Caribou. Flake all the way across. Good. 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 1, 2, 3, 4 flakes. So that raises my edge. Now I'm going to come back the opposite way. Do a little prep work. And now we'll come from this side. Good. This is the edge I'm working on. This platform right there, that's where I'm trying to remove a little bit of this high spot. Now, unfortunately, this is where I get most of my breaks, but I'm still putting the blade into my hand. Little kiss. Flakes right there, nice big one. Let's go right to here. Good flake. Come and clean it off. I've got one more. This one I'm just gonna put my pinky on the tip and got it. That right there, the remainder, I can pressure flake, but I removed all of that high mass. One more. This is just a kiss. Perfect, right there. Unfortunately, I ran into that pressure flake that terminated. I get one more right there. Raise that edge, then go in for the strike. That should be good. Looking at it, you can see that's my platform right there. Hopefully it just connects right through. Good support. Get my hammerstone. Good contact. One more. Support. One more. One more right here. Good. So, with that being said, everything else on here will be simply just pressure flaking. Because reading the stone is very important, but more importantly, how you support that stone is just as important. That's good. So I'm looking at my symmetry. I got more of a rounded here. This is a little bit straighter. So I'm going to come back, take this tip, and come back down through here and kind of give myself a rounded kind of approach to mirror this side. This one's got a little of that cortex. Let's just flatten the bottom. It's looking good. And that is a quick little laurel leaf. You know, I took a piece of material that I was working on, kind of had an idea for it, didn't shape out. A lot of people don't like to thin with hammerstones because it's a lot of mass. I can tell you, you're gonna find more varieties of hammerstones than you could possibly imagine. And once you get them working for you, they're really unstoppable. This little pink one I've had for, I can't even tell you how long, and at one point it was round. Chunks have broken out. It's a great abrader. I've got high mass, I've got low mass. It's just one of my go-tos. Whether you're approaching that end or any of these lateral edges, good support across the board, good clean strikes, but those strikes are really just kissing the edge. You're just taking abrasive stone, your hammerstone, hitting that little platform, and I guarantee you, you will pop off the flakes. But yeah, that's all I got. Oh, I thought I almost broke it on my ring. That's all I got. Hopefully that helped. Good support, thinning with hammerstones, reading the stone, following those ridges, and establishing your attack approaches is really going to help save you some time, more importantly, save you some stone when you're in that kind of new phase of flint napping. All right, that's all I got. Appreciate you watching.